Imagine this: Russian and Chinese warships sailing side by side in the Sea of Japan, launching live fire drills just as the US moves nuclear submarines closer to Russian waters. Two powerful blocks staring each other down, a game of intimidation played with destroyers, submarines, and missiles that could reach cities in minutes. This isn't the Cold War, it's happening now, and the world is watching to see who blinks first. Are these war games a direct message to Washington? Right now, the Pacific has become the stage for one of the most dangerous military standoffs in decades. China and Russia are conducting massive joint naval exercises, claiming they're defensive, while many see them as a direct challenge to U.S. power in Asia. Donald Trump, in response to provocative Russian statements, has ordered 2 nuclear-powered submarines to position closer to Russian territory, a move that sends a chilling message. The ships and submarines involved aren't just symbols. They're weapons of war that could already be operating within striking distance of each other, raising the stakes every single hour. China's multi-role frigate Hengshui is believed to be part of these drills. This modern Type 054A vessel carries 32 HQ-16 surface-to-air missiles, anti-ship cruise missiles, and advanced sonar for submarine hunting. It's built to engage threats from the air, the sea, and below the waves. Alongside it, a Chinese Type 052 destroyer adds long-range strike power with missiles capable of hitting enemy vessels over 180 kilometers away. Supporting these combat ships is the replenishment ship, a crucial asset that keeps the task force operational for extended missions far from home ports. If these ships are already operating in the Sea of Japan, they're not just training, they're sending a clear message to the US and its allies. China can project power anywhere, anytime. Russian warships are reportedly taking part in joint formations with the Chinese Navy. This includes destroyers equipped with advanced artillery and anti-submarine weaponry. For Moscow, these exercises are more than routine. They're a show of unity with Beijing in the face of rising tensions with Washington. The drills serve as a rehearsal for possible real-world scenarios where Russian and Chinese fleets could coordinate against Western navies. The timing, right after the U.S. nuclear sub movements, feels like a deliberate answer, a way of saying, we're ready, we're watching, and we're not backing down. Donald Trump's decision to reposition 2 nuclear-powered submarines near Russian waters has shifted the balance in the Pacific overnight. These submarines, likely Ohio-class ballistic missile subs, are among the most advanced and terrifying weapons ever built. An Ohio-class submarine is about 560 feet long, longer than 2 football fields, and weighs over 18,000 tons when submerged. It carries a crew of more than 150 sailors, operating in total secrecy beneath the ocean. Armed with up to 24 Trident II D5 ballistic missiles, each capable of traveling over 4,000 nautical miles and carrying multiple nuclear warheads, it has enough destructive power to wipe out several cities in a single strike. The cost of building a single Ohio-class submarine exceeded $4 billion. And its full life cycle, including maintenance, nuclear refueling, and missile systems, can surpass $50 billion over decades of service. Its stealth technology makes it almost impossible to detect, using special coatings, ultra-quiet propulsion systems, and advanced sonar to avoid enemy tracking. These submarines don't just sit offshore. They patrol silently for months, ready to launch missiles within minutes if ordered. And with 2 of them now closer to Russia, they're not only sending a political message, they're changing the strategic reality of the Pacific. Any escalation could go from 0 to nuclear in under an hour. This region is a collision point for superpowers. China and Russia increase their presence. The US, Japan, and South Korea respond with missile defense drills, surveillance flights, and constant naval patrols. Every ship, every submarine, every radar ping risks triggering a dangerous miscalculation. With Chinese and Russian ships possibly operating close to US destroyers, the chance of a sudden incident, a collision, a warning shot, a misunderstood radar lock has never been higher. The U.S. 7th Fleet, based in Yokosuka, Japan, is America's frontline shield in the Pacific. With up to 70 ships and submarines, 150 aircraft, and 27,000 sailors, it's the largest forward deployed naval force in the world. Within this massive fleet are several layers of naval power. Carrier strike groups, the USS Ronald Reagan, a Nimitz-class supercarrier, acts as a floating air base. It carries over 70 aircraft, from F-18 fighter jets to advanced electronic warfare planes capable of striking targets hundreds of miles away while defending against incoming missiles. Guided missile destroyers like the USS John S. McCain and USS Benfold, equipped with the Aegis combat system, can shoot down ballistic missiles, track enemy submarines, and launch Tomahawk cruise missiles to strike land targets with pinpoint accuracy. Attack submarines, fast, agile subs like the Virginia class, operate alongside the fleet, hunting enemy submarines and providing intelligence gathering and stealth strike capabilities, and amphibious assault ships. These floating fortresses can deploy Marines, armored vehicles, and helicopters directly onto hostile shores if tensions ever erupt into conflict. Together, this fleet forms an unbroken chain of surveillance and firepower stretching across the Pacific. It constantly shadows Chinese and Russian warships, ensuring that every move is tracked, every drill is answered, and every potential threat has an American warship watching it closely. For U.S. allies like Japan and South Korea, this presence is a security guarantee, a promise that they're not alone in the face of growing Chinese and Russian naval activity. But it also makes these waters more crowded, more dangerous, and more prone to sudden incidents that could spiral out of control. China and Russia are conducting war games that look less like training and more like a message to Washington and its allies. The U.S. has responded with nuclear submarines that could strike targets thousands of miles away within minutes. The Sea of Japan has become a stage where every maneuver is a potential spark. Every signal could be misread, and the line between exercise and conflict is razor thin. The world has entered a new era where three nuclear powers operate their most advanced weapons in the same tense waters. And the question now is, how long before this dangerous game stops being just a drill? Thanks for watching the video.